Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl here to bring you another reading for Taurus for April 2024. This is the 7th of April and eclipse of the sun is happening on the 8th. So bringing in that energy for Taurus, see where you've been and where you're headed and how you're going to be affected. And I have to say that the earth signs are an energy that is quite mellow. It's going through what needs to be done, but being dealt with in a very calm, structured manner, which is what earth signs are really all about. That slow burn, that taking the time that it takes with no rushing involved. It seems to be your saving grace for this eclipse for some reason. Spirit is working through you in every aspect. Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn, they all seem to have that in common when I do the readings. Well, let's see what you bring in, Taurus. As far as the energy goes, it's still quite calm with the shuffling. I do thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, protecting me and keeping me safe. Taurus, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, and most of all, for showing up. Okay, we have jump. Okay, this is on me, this one. This Ace of Pentacles is in all of the earth sign readings. And you just go look, I'm not getting into it, with the Four of Swords too. So there is talk that is to happen here. There is generosity, there is openness, there is action that is wanting to take place. Because this is an ace, again, it's potential. And wanting is where we begin with our manifestations of bringing reality into play. And we have the Three of Pentacles, all the cards that were showing up in, even the Five of Wands under here. It's the readings are repeating themselves in oh my goodness, it's all the cards. It's every single card that showed up in Virgo and Capricorn. So Taurus, you're all lined up in the same way, apparently, for conversation that needs to happen, for healing, and wanting to bring in that beginning, a fresh start, of making an offer, bringing in that satisfaction, having difficulty bringing in the happiness, and having a cycle come to an end. See, we have this healing, emotional healing. That cycle is coming to an end. We have the Three of Pentacles showing up with the Three of Swords. So it's disappointments pertaining to the past that need to be dealt with. We need to have a reconciliation for some. I mean, it's a leap of faith that you will stand and fight, take on what justice has to offer, because the deliberation is in that Five of Wands of should I or shouldn't I? And Taurus, like your Virgo and Capricorn brother and sister, if you will, you are all in that frame of having to decide if you want to have that conversation or not. So I won't be surprised if I see the same cards showing up again in the layout. And again, it is a 6-card spread that I'm using from what I did with the lunar eclipse, except the decks are different. In this one, it is the Druid Craft, and the oracle cards are not the Moonology, but they are the Wild Woman. On that, I will just say that I would strongly suggest that you listen to the other earth sign readings just for comparison. But let's see if we have something different showing up for you, Taurus. Because it is the eclipse of the sun, and I shifted the camera. Let me just take a quick peek here. Should be all right. Okay, so because of the sun, it is dealing with what we've gone through, and the first card is all about you, and oh, this is nice. It is different. It is quite different. But all those cards that fell out were from the last two earth sign readings. So the Six of Swords, Taurus, you are clearing up that mind. You are looking to have and make peace. Whether it is in conversation or in the thought process, but you want to move on to smooth waters, a calm mindset, a calmness. Again, the earth signs are bringing that calm sense. It's very still, as the water shows here. It's very still, a sense of energy. It's quite different than the other signs. So, okay, let me see how. I kind of don't have a lot of room. These cards are quite large, so I just don't want to go out of focus. But okay. So we have our calm mindset here, and then we have this wanting to be in a calm state of mind and moving on, but then Spirit says, no, you have to stop, you have to think, you have to see things differently. Wanting to move on is not as in running away, it's more of just wanting to see and have something that is different. It is that sense of calm state of mind. And in order to have that, Spirit says, well, you need to look at life and what you've experienced and what you've gone through. You need to take a look and see it differently. It's a sense of sacrifice. You have to give up something in order to get something in this state of reflection. You have to see things as they are, and you have to make sense of what is going on around you. There's no getting away from that, and Spirit is making sure that, Taurus, you sense and see and understand, and then there will be a victory. It is what kind of a victory we have going on here, because every time I see that Six of Wands, it gives me an itch with the ego, because it is attached. And again, Spirit wants us to have that perspective and change the perspective, as in me saying, well, every time I see this, I see the ego. Well, that's not fair, because even though it is attached, it doesn't mean that it is actually there. It really depends on frame of mind. And again, if we're moving into the peaceful thinking process, and we're re-looking, or we're taking on a different angle of what took place or why things happened, and we're realizing that if it is that we're just seeking attention, it's not going to go well, because Spirit is putting a stop to this sense of, I want to go off and have peace, I want a peaceful setting, and I want to think peaceful thoughts. It's not happening right away. We have to stand and be accounted for, because of perspective that needs to change. And at the bottom of the deck, there is a sense of dissatisfaction. Again, wanting to move off into peace and not having it, not being allowed to have it, is where this ego shows up with I don't know why I can't get what I want, and I want what I want, and I don't want this, and I'm tired of getting that. And again, it is a struggle, like we saw at the beginning with all the cards tossing around. The Four of Cups turns to the Seven of Swords. So that Seven of Swords is, again, the mind work of working it out. We're trying to figure things out. Why is it not working in the way I want? What is it that I'm not doing? Why can't I get what I want? It sounds like somebody is kicking up a tantrum. I'm trying to cover it up with peaceful thinking process. It's just not working. It's not working. Something's not working. Again, we have to come up with the truth. So we come up to the Eight of Swords that's broken, because with the 7 and this 1 here make an 8, it's being stubborn. See, that's why Spirit's putting everything on hold. There will be no victory, because the victory is fake. It's just a facade of masking the ego, as is the Six of Swords here, trying to convince or putting on that front of, oh, I want peace, but at the end of the day, we're looking for ways to sabotage and set things up in a way to have the stalemate, because that's what happens when we try to rig or fix the wheel to turn in the way we want it to. It's not going to work. Intuition is all that we can use here. Memory of love is what is probably promoting or prompting all of this facade to take place, because we want things in the way we want them. And the King of Swords is quite brutal and cold, and using the love is what it seems like here. Coming into the Five of Swords, it's a broken 5. So all these broken up numbers, it's quite difficult, Taurus, to have that fresh start. It's not going to happen in the way you want it to. You're going to have a real conversation. You're going to have to come with real truth. You're going to have to really go back and remember what love is, and the love that you had, and what it really meant, what it felt like, because Spirit is not allowing. Spirit is not allowing. There will be no satisfaction. Spirit is not allowing it. This eclipse is bringing a stalemate. Taurus, I'm quite surprised. It's quite different than the previous Earth sign readings. Let us take a look and see the alternative here, because it's quite stuck. There is no satisfaction here. There is no victory here. Spirit says it's not time. Certain things need to take place, and conversations need to happen. Real truth needs to be spoken. It needs to. It's not even needs. Spirit is forcing this to take place. There it is again, this Ace of Swords. Spirit is not allowing. Again, the Seven of Swords. It's all about manipulation and setting things up in a way to rig the game, or force the wheel to turn the way you want, or try to force the wheel to turn. You can't. The truth must and will come out. Taurus, who are you dealing with? Seems to be quite difficult for you, but Spirit has your back, and no matter what, the truth will come out. Again, it's still there, but we will shuffle. We will shuffle, and we will cut the deck, and we will see what an alternative for you will be for this eclipse, because there is no peace to be had, not yet. That mindset has to change. That perspective needs to change. And Spirit was not going to allow anything to happen until that mindset changes. So let us see what the alternative is again. The moon. So we're looking at past. We're looking at going towards the full moon. That is near the 24th of... the 25th of April is when we will have that full moon coming in. And of course, it doesn't mean it's going to happen by the full moon. It's just to show a marker of the full moon. And it could be a month from the full moon. So it is going to take time. This is very... I would say it's hidden. Whatever it is, Spirit is not allowing us to see it. It's behind the scenes, and it has to take place without us looking into why and how and what. But it is, we know it's about conversation, because that's what all the cards were showing up in the beginning of conversation. Making choices, holding on, holding back, deciding, waiting for the right moment. Being in dilemma, to talk or not to talk. To tell the truth or not to tell the truth. Taurus, it is to your own detriment if you don't. And if you allow for... I shouldn't say if you... Whoever is that it is you're dealing with is not going to... They're not going to make a move unless the Spirit allows for that move. Because again, the stalemate is here and it is being held back. So it's a double holding back. If you're going to fight against Spirit, because it's all about you here, Taurus. If you're going to fight against what is, so that you can have your way, Spirit's going to hold you back. And if you think you're going to have a particular conversation, it's not going to come out the way you want. The outcome here is for that generosity. Again, it is a new beginning. It is to have that self-love. Being generous. Recognizing what love is. Again, healing the disappointments. You see, again, Spirit is not going to let anything slip by. What is supposed to happen is going to happen. Conversations that need to be had will be had. This Three of Swords here it's a healing. Eh? That's what this outcome could be. It's an emotional healing for disappointments. Secrecy. In some cases, and this is just because Spirit doesn't want us to know, or you don't want to tell. You are keeping secrets. You are holding back because you don't want to change something. And if it is that you're thinking that you're going to have a victory in love, then Spirit is saying there's going to be disappointment. Because that's what it's looking like. It's looking like everything going in the negative here. But the saving grace is to see and have that self-love. To be honest with it. Because there seems to be a holding back on changing the perspective. Keeping secrets. There is secrecy involved in the facade of, I want to make peace. It's like you're saying you want to make peace, but it seems that it's not what you want. And it will end in disappointment. Oh my goodness, look at that. that generosity. Again, the Four of Cups come back. So we're looking here at disappointment in an offer. Maybe it'll be turned down, the offer. This is why Spirit is holding everything back. Because an offer of love to heal and have an offer come, there's going to be dissatisfaction. Satisfactory. This offer is not going to be satisfactory. It's not going to be enough. You see, it's more of the same, or feeling like it is, or the way it's coming across is, I don't want this. Why am I getting this again? I don't want this. So the stability. And if it is in the reverse, then it is to say that we want stability and we want to heal that. But then we're coming back to the Seven of Swords, trying to figure out what the hell, why is it not working? How am I gonna make this square peg fit in a round hole? Because that's what it looks like with all these cards showing up here. And then we have our dear Princess of Cups making that apology, and then, oh boy, making apologies, starting up again with the swords, and now we're coming up to this Prince of Swords who making the apology, wanting to really come out and speak. This is an apology. You see where it's not. They're not making much sense here. Taurus, it's either you or somebody playing with you. And we want a new start. So we're really going to fight for this forgiveness. We really want the forgiveness. We're really wanting to have it out and then have that forgiveness and have a new start. Again, these two messengers, it's quite small, the offers that seem to be coming in here with an apology, and then having this huge conversation with a tiny apology, and then having this spark for I want to move forward, I want a new beginning. But it's small offers. It's not coming up with, again, it's coming into the disappointment, and then of course the healing that needs to take place will take place. But look at where we have to go to get this healing. It's quite far. And then we're dealing with the King of Wands. We're dealing with the Five of Swords, mind games, healing up the mind games, picking battles and healing them. Having that fresh start, and then having arguments, and then having the forgiveness. Is like a vicious cycle. It just keeps coming around to that Seven of Swords. Deceit, telling lies, keeping secrets, not satisfied with whatever. That Five of Cups. Not getting what we want, not getting the attention that we're looking for. And then that offer that is just not enough. It's not what I want. It's not, I don't want that. What's wrong with the offer? It's not real. It's disappointment. Pisces is a reflection in this reading. I won't say more. If it is that you're seeing disappointment, like you know what you're expecting to come is not what it is presenting itself as, disappointment. Taurus, the offer is going to be disappointment within that offer, because it's not a real offer. There's secrecy hidden in there, wanting to move off and make peace. There is no peace in secrecy. Fighting against seeing a perspective, changing a perspective, changing a mindset, fighting against it, blocking that. And then bringing in an offer with an ego, hell yeah, you're going to get disappointed. Taurus, what are you up to? Are you in that mindset? Well, it's all about you here. I think you need more time, Taurus. Trying to see how much that you're not satisfied with. What is it that you think you need to do more? Paying attention to how you are viewed by others. Not because you want the attention, it's what you've done. You can't run away from the truth. It'll follow you everywhere you go. I mean, you can run, but you can't hide. The truth needs to be healed. An offer, making a real offer, turning everything around is all that Spirit is asking you to do. Change the mindset. It's very negative, and it's straightforward negative. You and Scorpio have the complete opposite of reads. Your offer will not be accepted because whoever you're trying to give it to is very aware. They're following their intuition. They see you coming. Or was that the first shuffle? It was in the first shuffle with the intuition. Wanting to have that fresh start and have that healing, it takes patience. So the only advice I could really give here is if you're really serious about making an offer, you need to change the mindset. You need to see where you have actually created a situation that needs to be healed. Let's see what the oracle message for you will be, Taurus. It's quite difficult for me not to see positive, but it's very negative. It's just refusal. It's outright refusal to change. What is the oracle message to help Taurus find a way to see through the facade they are creating for themselves? Help Taurus to change the mindset. Spirit is asking you to just see things differently. And then the right moment will come to make that offer. And then things will heal. It's an easy turnaround. You have to take out the ego. Just take away the ego. And then you will heal, and that offer will be real. And then the satisfaction will come in. Being satisfied. What is the oracle message? The wild woman will show us the way. Let's see which one. The aim, the fairy, queen. It's so funny because it's the first readings came with this card, all the first readings. So it's good. It's for protection, and it is for your protection that Spirit is blocking and not showing and telling through the signs. No, it's not going to go in that way. You need to change the mindset. It's the only good news here is to change the mindset and have that self-love. Take away that ego. It's for your protection. And then we have the witching hour tea, introspection. So you really do need to sit and think about what it is you really want, Taurus. Take take a breather here. Eclipse is just the day. You may be affected in the after, coming into the full moon even, where you might feel that shift of, okay, I can change. I can see my way to change and actually do change. Ain, Fairy Queen, 32. Let's take a quick read on that. Oh, both sides. Took a left turn and now we hard right on this one. Okay, 32. 32. Ain, the Fairy Queen, protection. Is my mental, emotional, physical, or spiritual well-being being threatened or violated by another? And if so, what boundaries can I put in place to protect myself? You see that, Taurus? You need to sit and really think about what you want. What is that attention that you're seeking? What is that peace that you think you want to make? You really need to think about it and see where the disappointments have brought you, because it is trying to heal them is where you're trying to go here. It seems that. Because if you're saying you want peace, it's because there was a war. If you want to make an offer of love, it's because there was a fight. If you want to make an offer, it's because there was a relationship that's been disappointed. You need to love yourself. Sit, think about that. Protect yourself. Protect yourself from whatever influence is influencing you to go the other way. You need to sit with it. Take a look and see. Call upon Ain for protection if you feel that your personal sovereignty and safety is being physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually threatened. The Fairy Queen empathically reminds you that even if you have been violated in some way, your honor can never be taken from you, as it is inherent. So you trying to make peace, if that's the case, and you being blocked because somebody is affecting you, or it is you who is doing this to yourself because you want things to go in a way that you want to control. You need to sit and think a little bit there and have a cup of tea while you're at it, because that's the next one. Witching Hour tea. Introspection. Just paying attention. Paying attention. Paying attention to what's going on around you and how people are reacting to you. 26. Why they're reacting in the way they are. It has to do with what you're putting out there. And if it is that you're really looking to make peace, then something really needs to change. Something you're not seeing about yourself. It has to be starting with you. Witching Hour tea. Introspection. In what ways have I personally grown and improved in the past week, month, and year? This is where you sit back and take a look at what it is you're really looking to get away from. What you feel you need to move away from. What do you really need to move? What is it you need to move away from? That's a good question. Take some time today or tonight, whenever you feel most reflective and calm, for honest introspection using a journal. Ask yourself about your feelings and thoughts on different areas of your life, such as health and well-being, relationships, career, and personal development, in order to discover what positive growth you have made, what needs to be adjusted, and what progress still needs to be made. Again, the Hangman is just No, you gotta sit, think. Change that mindset. You have a dilemma. Even if Spirit was to say, okay, go now, you still want to make an offer. That is a good end. But to what end? You see? Is it coming in with ego? You gotta give up that ego. Taurus. I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. Most of all for showing up. And I hope that you can find your way to peace. It's going to take a little while. But you'll get there. Because Spirit has your back. And you will heal whatever disappointments have brought you to this brink of wanting the attention and wanting the affection. Give it to yourself first, and then things will shift around by the moon, because we will look at it as a marker, not just secrecy. Things will change for you by the full moon. Things will change. Things will ease up a little bit. Until our next read, Taurus, love and light.